This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
This isn't about the dead, it's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to un-goddamn deniable.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women, seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
I'll always light the way, and all you have to do is let me in.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on Podomatic.com, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you may find this fine audio recording and live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We talk about professional wrestling both for the mainstream and the independent scene. My name is Matty J. That is TWK.
We did it. Or at least I should say I did it. I finally defeated Shintigercurl for good!
You didn't. Folks, Shin was supposed to be here, and then it's Discord/internet derp. That is not TWK's fault. I am damning him now. I don't keep damning him until he realizes it's internet shenanigans again.
You're right. It wasn't my fault.
Damn with them on that. You've been fishing for these fucking days for months. Damn with them on that. Bang!
You gotta give the people what they want!
And just like that, you're back on my good books. Thank you very much, Excalibur. Okay. But to be fair, you are a mask-wearing son of a gun.
Every now and again.
Every now and again, but you are of the masked persuasion. All right, Shin was on the call with us, and then we were making Pete Holmes' Batman jokes, specifically referencing the Batman versus Superman skit. And apparently we laughed so hard that it apparently broke Shintigercurl's Discord.
Yes, JC. Shin's gone. Give Fire and Flavor their blackness back. I'm declaring right now they're black. Boom, it's back.
There you go. Until Shin comes back, we'll consider it that. I don't know why that's a fucking joke here. I don't know why. I know it's because they fucked up catering, but still.
You have to have running jokes. It's what keeps shows afloat.
True, but at the same time, I'm like, I completely understand why it is a joke because, well, we know Shin's color as well, but it's like, I feel uncomfortable with that gag. I'm sorry.
That just makes it funnier.
One day, Fire and Flavor will hear of this joke, and I'm just going to scoot over there, not minding my own damn business.
What, you think they're going to Sarah Del Rey, me and Shin?
I'm not saying they're not going to do it.
Anyways, Matty J, we have very little time, so what do we have in store tonight?
We got a little bit less than an hour as always. Shin will be joining us in a few minutes. Actually, just joined us and he'll be getting himself settled back in. And of course, he will inform us, of course, of what time it is in the same time.
Can you hear me?
We hear you. Is it dim sometime?
Yes, it's dim sometime.
There you go.
Because
Bitch, I'm wild.
Yeah. All right, so here's the show tonight. We're gonna do a couple of quick pay-per-view review and quick preview. It won't take too long, and then we'll get to the news, some winners and losers, and you'll be off in time to watch Jake Hager beat the crap out of Wardlow in an MMA cage.
I mean, fuck the crap out of him in an MMA cage?
That too. Legally, I'm supposed to say beat the crap, but in Rift Zone / WC shenanigans, they will be hate fucking in that cage. Emphasis on the hate. Anyway, we begin. We'll talk about this week in WWE, which mostly sucked, except for, of course, NXT. They had Takeover, and I'm not going to read the whole card because we have to read the whole card for Hell in a Cell, and again, we only have an hour show. Thank you, National Basketball Association of Dicks. And the show was fine.
Passable.
It was fine. For a takeover, that failure. But for a WWE show, it was fine. The opener was good. The ladder match was boss, despite the crowd reaction, which I think that crowd died on him when they should not have died on him. That was a good match. Don't let that crowd fool you. And Eli Drake is a smart choice as the winner of the $1 Million Championship. And the main event saved it. At least that's my opinion of happenings on.
Yeah, that main event was really phenomenal.
Yeah.
Although it was mainly due to the work of the four men, and Karrion Kross was really protected because throughout the match, it was Karrion Kross does a few moves, gets taken out for 5 minutes, and then we have like 5 minutes of really good wrestling. Then he's back, does a few moves, he gets taken out. Then we have 5 more minutes of really great wrestling, and just repeats that several times throughout the match.
Indie fan in the one. How you doing, Matty D?
Hey, Matty D, one of the greatest artists in the fandom of pro wrestling.
Damn right, damn right.
Anyways, as we were saying, yeah, the main event for TakeOver was phenomenal.
Pretty much.
For me, it really didn't get really great until like the last 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. And the crowd, however, was not big on that finish. The crowd was just, they didn't like that.
Crowd do not like Karrion Kross.
I think it's because he's not the type of wrestler we've seen become NXT champion, because generally speaking, everyone previously who's been NXT champion has been that sort of work rate style wrestler in some way, shape, or form, whereas Karrion Kross isn't. He is a very WWE style wrestler.
Go ahead, Shin. I heard you light up there.
No, I'd say Cookies and Cream Cake is more a WWE style wrestler who can also wrestle the indie style.
Yeah. The way I see it, a lot of people see Karrion Kross as just like that, a WWE style wrestler. But here's the thing about WWE and about NXT. It's still a developmental system in a sense. NXT's become the Ring of Honor of WWE in a sense, where really the idea was, hey, we're going to develop these stars. I mean, Karrion Kross is an indie guy that got morphed into a WWE character, and I think for the most part reviews were fine, and then the crowd got a hand of him, and well, when you get a WWE style guy in front of a crowd that loves indie guys, I could see the reaction, but again, Karrion Kross is a heel. He'll do fine. I think at that point, that's what it is. And don't worry, Shen, we will get to Adam Cole chugging it up. We just got to talk about pay-per-view stuff first. You know that.
No, I was going to talk about, I think the reason why they kind of don't like him at this point is because when was the last time an NXT champion was booked this monstrous before?
Samoa Joe, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to say Joe.
And the vast majority of them have been like smaller indie guys, but this is the first time in a long time that NXT has had a true monster champion, and a lot of folks don't know how to deal with that, I think.
Yeah, like we've had a few female, NXT champions that have a similar run in that vein, like Asuka and
Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
But never like in the men's division outside of Samoa Joe, really.
Renico, after this Tuesday, they made damn sure he's a goddamn heel.
I think there may have also been a problem, like for the past several months, they've sort of been wishy-washy on whether or not he was a face or a heel.
I get the feeling they were wishy-washy just to see, okay, we're presenting you this character, tell us where you're going with it. And I think with TakeOver, that's exactly what happened. It was a case of, okay, heel, okay, we wanted to know, let's go full bore.
But now we run into the inevitable problem. Like, okay, the match was great, but what do you do with him next? He basically ran through four of the top guys who could possibly beat him. There is literally no one left.
There
on the NXT
is the excuse of, yeah, four of the greatest, but he didn't beat all of them. You know, you could still face him with those guys in one-on-one
like,
situations, of course.
That just kind of feels cheap and a little cheap then.
It is cheap. It is. I mean, it's for, especially for a takeover, it's a low goddamn blow. But you got to look at it from a booking from a long-term standpoint. And I think it's a case of Cross will go through the other guys before they do anything, before they and build up a guy in the process. Long story short, I think the score on this one is 3 out of 5.
That sounds about right.
That's where I'm sitting on it anyway.
3.1 out of 5. It was, as far as pay-per-views go, it was fine. Had some good matches in there, but for a takeover?
For a takeover, bad. A 3 is low for a takeover.
Yeah. Really low.
3 would be like a 2 or a 1 in WWE, in regular WWE, for example.
Yeah, Takeover Brooklyn, this certainly was not.
No. But you know what? They do have the talent pool to bring the quality back up. So this might be just a case of, it didn't work this time. Will probably work next time. Though I will say this, Michael P.S. Hayes doing the In Your House intro at the beginning. Yay. And Todd Pengill. Let's not forget him. All right, Hell in a Cell. This, I believe, might be the last pay-per-view at the Thunderdome, because I think Money in the Bank will be in front of a crowd.
Will it? I guess if they can put people in the Thunderdome.
Only thing I heard about a crowd for the main roster is SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. So this will be the second to last pay-per-view then. So yeah, Tampa, Florida, Yuengling Center, the Thunderdome. The Reigns versus Mysterio was supposed to happen in this show, but it's happening this evening as it more likely is happening right now. You could spoil it if you want, but at this point, we don't give a shit about WWE.
Like, is there would it be just the biggest bullshit thing if they would have Rey Mysterio beat Roman Reigns on SmackDown?
I get the feeling they're trying to get a ratings bump out of the thing, and they're saying, well, we got the Hell in the Cell here for Sunday, may as well use it. But I'm like, somebody's telling me that yeah, of course there's rumor if there was a report that USA is pissed off that WWE decided, hey, Hell in a Cell on free Fox TV.
They're like, where's our Hell in a Cell?
Mm-hmm. At USA, 1998 Mankind called. They said no thanks. Just saying.
Just a bad idea all the way around.
I watched a Cultaholic video earlier today, and they said that according to the rumor mill, there is no reason for the match on SmackDown.
Yeah. Something Talk brought it up as well. This literally, they just decided it's Hell in a Cell on SmackDown. Fuck it. Literally.
Yeah,
that's
apparently they just had a big meeting and they're throwing out ideas, and that was just the one that stuck.
This is literally the reason why I just did. Pop the can of root beer. That's it. There's your reason.
Just make this match a kindergarten fight. Because that's how the Hell in a Cell feels right now. It feels kindergarten.
You know, I'm pretty sure I said this last week and possibly the week before, but the Family Guy Manatees have taken over WWE.
The Family Guy Manatees?
Yes. The Family Guy Manatees. They have taken over WWE.
I don't get it.
You must never have watched an episode of South Park then.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I don't know if that's a deep cut for South Park or not now. Fuck. I forgot about that.
Cartoon Wars is like one of the most famous multi-part episodes.
That makes too much sense.
That makes way too much. Yeah. Oh, my God. Has it been that long since we had that episode? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's back when I was in high school. That's how
my God.
It was. Like in the late 2000s.
Late 2000s, 2008, 2009. Yeah.
Yeah, 08, 09, somewhere around there.
Oh my God. I just graduated college. I was like fuck world? Jesus. Okay. Hell in the Cell. So obviously they've taken Reigns versus Mysterio for whatever reason. It might come back on. It might. We don't know. All we know is the card is as it is. You could bitch about whatever we missed. We're live. Go fuck yourself if you think we fucked up. Here. So there are 5 matches. They did just add Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn before he went off the air. So that's the first match on the card. I hear no complaining on this one, by the way.
Can you really complain about Sami Zayn?
Or Kevin Owens, or the combination of the two fighting? No.
They are, as it's been said multiple times over for several years, they will fight each other until the end of time.
So
and you can claim the law of diminishing returns, maybe, but these guys are pros. Every match is different and awesome. You will not convince me otherwise. Alexa Bliss takes on. Sorry, go ahead, Shin.
Does this mean I can bring back homoerotic Sami Zayn?
I mean, we're gonna be. I mean, we're talking about Jake Hager and Wardlow hate fucking. I mean, let's not throw in too much sexual energy in 1 hour.
Damn.
Maybe next week. We are doing the review, and we will have the full breadth of the show next week.
Yes, the full breath to soak it all in.
There you go. Tease them. You got to tease them. Alexa Bliss takes on Shayna Baszler, Uno v Uno.
Well, if they let them wrestle, it could be good, but
this is a storyline match. Yeah, this is literally Alexa Bliss fucking with not messing with Shayna Baszler, not just with pay-per-view budget on it.
Baszler loses via magic bullshit.
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler should be feuding for the title. What is happening?
Former dominant NXT Women's Champion and MMA badass Shayna Baszler being treated like a bitch.
It's something against Alexa Bliss because she was a great champion as well for a while, but this feud, I'm just not feeling it.
We're not feeling it, but kudos to Alexa and Shayna. They're acting their balls off trying to make it work.
Yeah, they're
like
doing
I will not put either Alexa Bliss or Shayna Baszler on my loser list because they're doing their job.
They're trying their best to make this work. But
they're trying to turn chicken shit into chicken soup.
And it's failing.
Because management won't back them up. Or they are backing them up in the worst way possible. Next up.
I agree, JC. Nia Jax should be the one fed to Alexa Bliss, not Shayna Baszler.
I have no problems with Alexa's supernatural gimmick. The only issue is Shayna's being the one to fed her. Nia should be the one in this match, not Shayna. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that is a full-fledged agreement here.
And yet, WWE management, just from the way the television looks, it really feels like they see Nia Jax as the bigger star of the two.
Dummies. Hell in a Cell match. SmackDown Women's Championship. Bianca Belair taking on Bayley.
I think Bianca will win, but I guess maybe if they want to have Bianca, if they want to have Bianca chase it to SummerSlam, then maybe, I don't know.
You know what? You know what this is? This is literally their excuse to have Bayley that go at the door, go ding dong, hello at the cell door.
Oh, is this a cell match?
Yeah, Hell in a Cell match.
Oh, okay.
According to Wikipedia, that's what we have.
All right, so this could be a banger. Although if Bayley does regain it, I'd imagine she would have to have some sort of shenanigans.
More than likely. I mean, this would be the ultimate excuse. No DQ.
You know how I feel about these kind of just putting random matches into the Hell in a Cell.
You know what? I would bet dollars to donuts you would have the next match as inside Hell in a Cell rather than Bianca Belair versus Bayley.
What's the next match?
Flair versus Ripley, Raw Women's Championship.
Okay, so
I mean,
everything I've heard about this
if
feud,
you had to put one match inside inside the cell, I think the context of the backstory and context of Ripley versus Flair belongs more into the cell than would Bianca Belair versus Bayley.
and from what I've heard, this is the entire build up to this matchup. Charlotte loses week 1. Charlotte loses week 2. Charlotte loses week 3. Charlotte loses week 4. Week 5, pay-per-view.
We just didn't know as W bit on the live on air. I hope you folks are happy.
But
Yeah, so
everyone that I've seen recap this, that's how the feud's going. Like, Charlotte loses to Nikki Cross every week via fluke, and now here she's still the number 1 contender somehow.
it's the Android versus the T-Mobile. Gotcha.
Yeah, this is no,
What?
Yeah, this is Charlotte Flair bitches for a championship. Basically, Flair in real life when you think about it.
Charlotte Flair seems like a much more humble person.
I mean, in real life, yeah, but the politicking part, or Vince likes blondes with big tits, which is weird because Charlotte removed her fake tits, didn't she?
I don't know.
She's au natural now.
I don't know.
And you don't care,
Nope,
fair
don't
enough.
care.
And the main event, last chance, Hell in a Cell. So it's the last chance for Drew McIntyre. Bobo Lashley versus the Big Dick Drew McIntyre. Hell in a Cell, WWE title.
The loser will be us if they continue this feud any longer.
Well, I guess this feud could be continued if Drew wins. Ugh.
No.
So the only best possible outcome is Lashley wins, and then Drew has to go into the mid card again.
We all lose if that happens.
So this feud's been a dumpster fire, unfortunately.
You know what? It became a dumpster fire because they kept stretching the damn feud. It wasn't a dumpster fire before Mania.
Yeah, this felt like every Raw main event has to be Drew and Lashley because, much like in their women's division, they didn't build anyone else up to be contenders.
Just
You guys want to move on just to the news? I could sense the mood.
go. This is just depressing for me. This whole pay-per-view is just depressing. Let's go.
All right, T-Dub, you heard the man. News time.
All right, first up, we have a couple of baby news. Both in 1 week, we have the birth of Cody and Brandy's new baby girl and Mox and Renee's new baby girl. On the roadside, we have Liberty Iris.
Both are healthy. Daddy is happy. Mommy is recovering.
That's an interesting name. Liberty? Really? Liberty?
I get the feeling they're going to call her Libby for short or Iris for short.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Liberty Rose.
And on Mox and Renee's side, their baby is Nora.
That's a better name.
Oh, yes. It feels more like an actual name.
Nora Good.
And I'm sure she'll be a badass just like her parents.
And her older
She will
brother.
have the vocal skills of her mama and the lack of pain
Filter.
receptors. Or
By the way,
the toughness anyway.
I watched a clip from the oral sessions with John Moxley, and he explained the origins of the Titty Master.
This was shared. True fact. If we had a regular show, that would have been clip of the week. Shin brought it up earlier. I was like, yeah, that would have been clip of the week.
No,
Daddy?
Titty Caca.
Daddy, how did you become Titty Master?
Glad you asked, Nora dear. Sit down and let Dad tell you about the legend of the Titty Master. And Renee is just rubbing her forehead, watching this whole thing go down.
And Shota Umino is just shaking his head like, I can't believe this is my father.
No, Shooter is holding up the flashcards.
All right, and in more other news from That'll Make Shin Happy, returning to NXT is the, how do I put this in the proper way? He is the provider of the power game, Joey Headrocker Samoa Joe.
And salutations to all of you, for once again, NXT has been blessed with the good news from Samoa Joe, giving you that good news of the power game. Blessings on all.
Yeah.
And just as Shin predicted, chugged it up.
Oh, okay. So context. Everyone was thinking, oh, he's the new GM because Regal was not happy and it's that place leaving Takeover. Regal opens NXT on Tuesday. He's all sad. He's crying. Krispy Kreme Cross shows up, decides to be a prick. Samoa Joe shows up, feeling all badass. Roof flew off the Capitol Wrestling Center. Joe says, you want to see me? Regal flat out says, you want to be GM? Joe says, no. Wait, what? But Joe says, well, look, you're better. You would be a better GM than I would. But what if I, knocked a few heads in and, get your respect back, put some respect back on your name? Regal says, sure, but you can't compete. And you can't beat up people unless provoked.
He says that Joe had a good part with Cross in the ring.
And Cross went from smiling to, oh, fuck.
Does anyone know what Joe's line was? Because I feel like it would be a zinger.
It would be like, it's like, all right, Mr. Regal, I accept. Now just leaves one little question. What the hell are you still doing in this ring? Stare down, Joe. Tick-tock, young champion.
No, the real line is, so, Cross, you feel like going to Night Land? I'd be more than happy to go to Night Land. Let's do it right now. Oh, what's that, Scarlett? Oh, what's that? We got to take the dog needs his shots? Oh, we got to do it, Joe. The dog.
Scarlett's the dog will do. Dog will do. I was like, and of course, Scarlett went, what do you mean we have the dogs? Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to go to Night Land. Do you?
Chris, we don't even have a dog.
Do ya? Wait, wrong wrestler. Wrong wrestler, wrong company. No, he leaves being a smart man. He was in fact intelligent. Next segment, after a match happens, Cool Kyle and Adam Cole, they're beating the crap out of each other, like you do. And the security tries to break it up. They do their thing. Regal goes in, all right, that's enough. You two at Great American Bash or whatever the next special happens, you two, non-sanctioned. And he goes, all right, you got to pick an opponent for next week because obviously you got to blow some steam off. Now it's a pull apart brawl again, and of course Joe pulls it up. Actually, I think Shin, you want to explain the rest of this?
No, what I'm going to say is just a regular match.
No, they said it's unsanctioned.
This morning was a regular, but
then again, the audio was shit. I had to listen to it a couple of times, but Regal did say at the next special it will be unsanctioned, so you can do whatever the hell you want.
Okay.
That again, they will announce if there were any changes, of course. Of course, the other two. Then next week they have regular matches. Cool Kyle wants Kushida for the Cruiserweight title. Yes, please. And Adam Cole, well, fuck it. Let's call it what it is. Chugs wants to beat up Kyle some more. Joe says no. Cole pushes. He chugs up. Night Land.
Eddie bye time.
And when he wakes up, you remind him never to chugs it up against the power game again.
And then later on, Johnny Gargano tried to pull some shit. And Joe said, I'm setting this up right now. Joe was like, Johnny Wrestling, you want to be Johnny Dreamtime with this? And here is Johnny's reaction.
Johnny's reaction to what? Oh, you need the audio part, though. We need the button. No runs. And of course, Pete Dunne comes in, wants to stare down Joe, and some say they're still staring at each other to this day.
Oh, I know what happened after that.
They fucked.
No, after the cameras went off. Well, the cameras off? Yeah. Drops to his knees. Please don't fuck me up, Joe. Please don't make the play out of me. Please. I didn't mean it. I'm crazy. I'm off my rocker. Please. Oh,
Come on.
I was just playing tough. Please
don't send me to Nightlight Land. I'll suck your dick. Please.
Come on, this is Pete Dunne. He's not a lowly heel coward like
No. He's smart enough to realize he has done fucked up and just wanted to look tough until the red light turned off.
Don't hurt me, Joe. I didn't mean it.
Oh, somebody who definitely got roughed up on AEW last week was Evil Uno as he almost beat Miro. Almost.
Ooh, he had a good match with Miro in that case, though.
And they made you think for just 1 second he could win it because that -1 out there, he was out there cheering him on with the rest of Dark Order. It was almost like, oh, he could have done it, but no.
Breaks your heart.
It does. And then Miro laughs at -1, and then you realize, oh shit, he's supposed to be a heel.
Yep. Also, we learned that the newest member of their roster is none other than Brock Anderson.
Got you going for a second, didn't we? Yeah,
Just like
Brock
Tony
Anderson's
Schiavone,
supposed to team up with Cody Rhodes tonight. That may be card subject to change. The show has not aired yet, so we're gonna find out eventually.
I didn't know AEW succeeded in cloning.
I mean, it is Borstal Boy Jr. over there. That is for sure.
I mean, he looks just like his dad.
Yeah, definitely need a DNA test for that. He's got the face and scowl and everything.
The hair's still there, but give it a couple of years.
Just find out if the AA spine buster is genetic.
Well, I'm almost certain he hit one last week.
No, that was a press. He was just beating the crap out of him. Though he didn't look good in that beatdown, to be fair.
Yep.
Speaking of not looking so good, though, Brendan Cutler got beat by Kingston, Pac, and Penta in that 6-man tag.
Not a good day for BC. Not a good week for BC.
No,
Nope.
first he loses that match, and then he loses the BTE title to Marco Stunt, who's on Sammy's vlog. So the title changed shows again.
Yep.
And the Bucks are going to have him doing like 1,000,000 squats at this point. And in other destructive news, the Inner Circle destroyed the Pinnacle's limo, including Jake Hager driving a forklift right into it.
He tried. He killed the limo with a forklift.
Huzzah!
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That was an all-around fun moment, and apparently the stunt almost went wrong because I believe it was Ortiz that almost got flattened by the limo.
Ooh.
It was a watch Sammy's vlog. He had his camera going afterwards with the different members of the Inner Circle. And I believe it was Ortiz like, man, that was close. That limo almost fell on me.
And, of course, Santana with the greatest graffiti job ever.
What did he spray?
El Bardo.
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
El
Very nice.
Barto. I got it.
What I would have spray painted was Die Bart Die. Or, of course, as we know in German, that actually means
Bart
Bart
D.
D. Always got to go with the Simpsons reference if you got nothing else.
And, of course, last week, we pretty much confirmed that Wardlow and Jake Hager got a little something going on.
Oh, yeah, with Wardlow's promo. Jesus Christ.
See? Y'all was making fun.
Folks, Wardlow made it impossible not to do the goddamn joke now. They are hate fucking in the MMA cage tonight.
Like, They had to do.
And
he
by
had
the
to be
way,
doing
yeah,
that on purpose.
and so some of you MMA fans, well, no, they're not fucking. It just looks like it's subjective, folks. We know what MMA is. They're hate fucking tonight. Okay, there's a difference. There's a clear and decisive goddamn difference.
Seriously, watch back that Wardlow section of that promo. That is just so much homoeroticism in that.
This is literally hay phrasing the goddamn promo.
Yeah, essentially.
I was half expecting John Silver to pop up during that promo. Just arching his eyebrow suggestively.
Oh God.
I can see how the match.
With Reynolds going, I was really trying, baby.
I can see it going. How the match is going to go down now. They're inside the cage, and Wardlow's lighted some scented candles. Put some Teddy Pendergrass on in the background. Yeah, this is going down. By the way, Jake, you like how I did it? Yeah, I hate your guts, but I like the setup. It feels nice. It feels comfortable.
You can hear the Barry White in the background. Literally.
I went for Teddy Pendergrass. Turn off the lights.
Ah.
Well, this next feud definitely will have no romantic theming to it whatsoever. And that's the fact that Darby is going to be going in a handicap match like an idiot against Paige and Sky tonight, supposedly.
There's crazy, and then there's just stupid.
Yeah.
My hope, because I don't like handicap matches because they tend to be rather predictable, because they should be, because no one person should really be able to beat up two other guys on their own, really, unless they're like Braun Strowman.
Or Brock Lesnar, or early days Brock Lesnar. Well, fuck, who am I kidding? Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, so unless it's like a special case where you're building up a monster, one person shouldn't be beating two people. So my hope tonight is that they surprise us with somebody. But
Definitely
then again,
not staying, though.
no. So I guess we'll wait and see on that.
That's all we could do.
We also had a pretty nice little segment where Jungle Boy almost locked in the snare trap on Kenny Omega. So they're making it look like, oh, this submission's really dangerous. Gotta watch out.
They're being smart about it. That's all we're saying there.
So I would not be surprised if we eventually see Kenny tap out to it, but not during the match.
The visual win.
Indeed. And one match that is definitely happening sometime in the future is Rose versus Baker for the AEW Women's World Title. That seems to be the direction they're going in.
You mean Thunder Rosa? Or Nyla Rose? Nyla Rose, obviously, yeah.
It's going to be a good match.
I was confused.
Yeah, it just seems confusing to me that they're both still being portrayed as heels heading into this match. So I guess that'll be a somewhat interesting dynamic, I suppose.
This is going to be built on the promos, I get the feeling.
Oh yes.
Well, this is just all leading up to Baker versus Statlander.
Either Baker versus Statlander or the rematch of Baker versus Thunder Rosa. But
yeah, that's what I'm thinking, actually.
That'll only be if Thunder Rosa leaves the NWA.
Which the things are possible. They are possible, and we're not going to deny it.
Oh, I turned SmackDown on, and they're actually doing the Hell in a Cell match. There's no angle. It's like they're doing the match, and Rey Mysterio's getting a chair from under the ring. And yep, they're actually doing the match. Okay, then.
Profound sadness.
By the way, for those wondering, they had Baron Corbin versus Shinsuke Nakamura for Baron's crown, since Nakamura wanted the crown, and he kept the crown because he wanted to piss off people. He wanted to piss off Baron Corbin, like any other regular dude would. And he won, and he is henceforth known as King Nakamura.
Well, he is the king of strong style, so I suppose it fits.
Hey, if it fits, it fits. I ain't complaining.
They need to bring back that gimmick feuding with AJ.
Well, you want him to start punching Baron Corbin in the groin?
Well, besides that, hey Shinsuke, I want my crown back, you son of a bitch. Sorry, no speak English.
Fuck's sakes.
Yeah, here we go again.
But you just spoke English. I know, no speak English.
All right, boys, we got 10 minutes before you gotta do winners and losers.
All right, one last bit of news. We finally, after months of waiting, we finally got pictures and footage from the upcoming All Elite Wrestling console video game.
It's about a minute long, and it's footage of Darby Allin's model.
Yep, we got some visual on that, as well as it doing moves in the ring. And overall, it looks pretty nice. Dank Op, no, it was, I believe, it was either, I think it was Dank Ops who did like a breakdown of it and how it doesn't have like as many frames per move as the WWE games, but this is to keep it really quick and going. And so that way you just get into the action, do moves a lot quicker. So it's a bit more arcadey than what we've been getting from the 2K games, which I think will help set it apart.
Which is, I think that's the point. Make it work good, play it good, look good. It don't have to be perfect all across the board, but it's got to work.
And thus far, it looks like it's working. And the Yuke's Twitter account responded to this footage by saying that basically this is just the beginning. They haven't even gotten started yet compared to what we're going to be seeing. Like, this is just the beginning. So I can only imagine just what they got in store for us when we eventually get the finished product.
The thumb is up.
Can't wait to see what else they have in store for this game, because there's a lot of possibilities with this.
There are, and I am not complaining.
And of course, it should be noted that if you're wondering who's doing the music for the video game, that's none other than their official producer, Mikey Ruckus. So if you like most of the themes you hear on the AEW television, you're going to like the video games music as well.
I'm hyped for that.
And that is all I have for news this week, unless you guys have something you'd like to bring up as well.
Shin, go ahead.
I got nothing.
Well, AEW, speaking of, they finally did it. Replica belt, officially licensed. Pre-orders starting next week. That's good. Until you hear the retail price.
Yeah, it's $700 American, $1,000 Canadian.
$930.
Oh, still, damn.
That's
going to
basically
be
my entire ass paycheck right there.
Yeah, apparently this is going to be a 1-to-1 replica, though, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, 1-to-1, and as accurate as they can get it, for as cheap as they can get it, I would assume. More information is going to be available as the pre-order. The pre-order thing will open and all that stuff, but.
So, Matty.
Fucking A.
Matty, you must feel like Homer in Treehouse of Horror.
That is what he was referencing earlier, just a few moments ago.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
Good news, Matty. AEW's come out with a replica title.
That's good.
It will cost you $900 Canadian.
That's bad.
It is a scale model of the AEW title.
That's good.
But the shipping fees will make it over $1,000.
That's bad.
Although it's good to take to your next WrestleCon.
That's good.
But it contains potassium sulfate. That's bad.
Can I go now?
Can I go home now? Yes,
I'm looking for the Homer Swears button. I can never find it.
Yes, Cyber Riders, $700 American. About
$699 actual retail price.
So $700 American, 930 Canadian.
Around 950, depending on the day, but I checked it with, I assume with like $50 shipping or whatever, 750. Yeah, it's still expensive as fuck.
Yeah, this is gonna be it's not a cheap investment. This belt.
I cannot find the Homer Swears one, but I got this one.
Urge to kill rising.
Close to goddamn enough, folks.
That works.
And I'm just worried that scalpers are going to swoop in for this belt and then sell them for double the price on eBay.
Fuck.
Because it feels like they've been doing that for literally everything that's been released under the sun this past couple of years. Well,
I'd add something to it, but I'm not.
So, winners and losers?
Let's do winners and losers. Shen, kick us off with that D-cell, if you will.
You already know who the D-Cell Battery Award is going to.
Hmm?
And it's going to none other than Eva Marie.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Built up all these weeks. Trained by the Brian Kendrick. You don't even wrestle a match. Instead, you have Piper Niven, one of the most badass women to come out of NXT UK, to be your goon so you can take all the credit.
Hey, to be fair, she could have picked worse.
Yeah,
she
but
could have
now
picked way worse.
But no, now Piper is a goon, and she deserves better to be a goon. And with this, I'm going to say it right now. WWE, worst women's division, simply because Eva Marie is on it.
I mean, that officially goes without saying. I mean, look at the women's tag division. That should be enough evidence there.
Yeah, it was already sick. Eva Marie killed it. It's dead. I don't know. I no longer take it seriously. I don't care. They got rid of so many talented women, but they keep this bitch on the payroll.
No. They got rid of so many women, and they brought this bitch into the payroll.
And and whatever they're paying, it's too much. As for
what if they literally pay her hot dogs and hamburgers?
It's still too much. As for my other losers, sadly NXT Takeover, because it was average, which by Takeover standards is damn bad. Not to say the show was terrible, it's just that the standard of Takeovers has been so high that average is bad for NXT. So that kind of sucks. And that's about all I can think of for losers.
T-Dub?
When it comes to losers, I'm going to keep this simple and just say WWE Raw for producing another edition of mediocre television.
Big fat goose egg for TV. Oh, Mike, why would you... Mike, T-Dub's a troll, not you. He said, might as well bring back the butterfly belt at this point.
Don't give them any ideas.
Don't.
Might as well. They're doing diva. This is diva level booking right here.
I did hear that several matches did go under 5 minutes these past several weeks.
Yeah, that's divas level booking.
We're back at sticks with tits levels, folks.
No, not quite there yet because...
Dude, they have Eva Marie on the goddamn payroll. It sticks with tits levels.
We got women's Hell in a Cell matches at least, so the pay-per-views are still good when it comes to women's matches.
This will be a record. This will be a record in Simpsons references, but there's still a Hell in a Cell match. It's still good. It's still good. It's gone. I know.
I'm trying to hold on to the good things while they last.
You will watch that Hell in a Cell pay-per-view more than likely, and you shall be disappointed.
Probably, but I'll try to be optimistic a little bit.
All right, for me, loser WWE for the obvious reasons, and someone actually brought up this. JC brought it up. Loser Vince McMahon because he got nailed for insider trading. People are suing him for they're suing Vince, Triple H, and Stephanie for selling their stocks while knowing that the Saudi Arabia deal went south.
That's no good. That's no good. They're going to be paying a pretty penny for that if they get found guilty, which, they very well could be.
It's true.
JC.
It's true.
JC, at least they haven't have heels versus faces. WWE has Eva Marie. They can have all the faces and all the heels they want. As long as that woman is on the roster, it's gonna suck.
It's gonna. There it sticks with tits level by just adding an Eva Marie in there. It does not matter. You could bring in the resurrection of peak Alundra Blaze and have her face the 4 horsewomen and it still sticks with tits.
Let me put it like this. I would rather watch the Nightmare Collective than Eva Marie. And I mean that.
That's bad. That is bad.
Well, and something that might please you guys, Roman is giving Rey Mysterio a pounding.
That's the merchandise for you.
Yep. Let's do winners, boys.
I forgot to put this on both my winners and loser for my losers, but I'm just going to say it here. Winner and loser, Kyle O'Reilly.
You've been debating on that all show, by the way. He brought it up before the show, and he's been mulling it over.
No, Kyle O'Reilly is a winner and a loser. For as Joe was choking out Adam Cole for chugging it up, Kyle O'Reilly saw this and he pulled one of the security guards to hold him back.
More than likely because he was still in shot, and some of the indie workers were grab assing. More than likely, but
yeah, guys.
In the Wrestle-Cast headcanon, what Shin said.
Guys, hold me. Yeah, Joe. If these guys weren't holding me back, I'd kick your ass. We're not holding you back. Yeah, these guys are totally holding me back because I'm totally not afraid of you choking me out and sending me to Night Land. Kyle, we're playing Chutes and Ladders. How are we holding you back? As for my other winners, AEW for just being awesome. And surprisingly enough, NXT, because this is the first time in months, if not years, that we actually talked about NXT, the show, because it was a good show. It
was. I mean, LA Knight going full heel on Ted DiBiase was something we didn't bring up. But yeah, and JC Roman pounding Ray. I told you Hell in a Cell match was trying to steal Hager's and Wardlow's thunder. No official reason was given. Shut up. But it would not surprise me. T-Dub, your winners. You got to move.
Cage match. We need to have a cage match. What cage match do we have on SmackDown? Roman versus Ray. Put that on the show. God damn it.
But we have a book for the pay-per-view.
Nobody watches the pay-per-views. Everyone just watches the shows. All right, for my winners, I'm going to give it to the main event of NXT TakeOver this past month. Now, for In Your House 2021, that was some good stuffs.
Indeed,
they almost let me believe. At one point, I almost started to believe that Pete Dunne could win.
It's been a while.
Maybe they should put the belt on Pete Dunne. Maybe. That's what I think.
All right, for me, the Rhodes families and Mox and Renee for their beautiful babies. Congratulations. NXT, because it's been a while, but Samoa Joe choking out people for fucking up. Thumbs up, obviously. And I thought I didn't write those down. I forgot to write the this is what happens when we don't write things down, folks. But that'll be it. And LA Knight, because now he's full blown heel. He had a subtle promo, a very nice low key promo. Beautiful. And JC, Adam Pacitti of Cultaholic, mooning a politician live on TV. For those who don't know what the clip was, there was a political show. Adam got on. He was asking, "What do you think of comedy being low key and all that stuff?" And the bit is better explained by him. But he moves the camera and he is pantsless.
And that's something I was not expecting.
Nope. The attempt was to go viral on the poor sap. Anyway. But I'll do it, folks. We got a few minutes before we get off the air, so let's do some plugs quickly, boys.
You already know Maxicorn on YouTube for the latest and greatest in Warhammer Horde lore videos. And hopefully, if I can get it off the ground and get the equipment set up, I'll be doing some playthroughs of some of my board games because I have a shit ton of board games. Follow me on Twitter at Shintigercurl. Also buy my book, New World by Greg Haynes, on Amazon.com. And make sure you support me so I can keep commissioning drawings that will annoy TWK in the coming weeks.
Please stop supporting him then, because that's just, please don't do that.
Please refer to my GIF in the chat.
Rey Mysterio just tapped out to a snapmare hold.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Roman had him in a cravat, and Rey tapped out.
Oh, it was his cravat. Okay.
Oh yeah, the cravat. Yeah, that's a submission. That makes sense.
Those are my YouTube
plug.
and podcast links. Podcast link there is for a review of Ocarina of Time. Went a little over an hour. And of course, my YouTube page. I'm going to start making the videos public in just a couple of weeks. So be ready for that.
All right, sorry, I thought the internet derped you. You were done. Well, you know, you can follow us on Twitter at MattyJ316, at TWKofficial, at Shintigercurl. I am on TikTok at MattyJWC. Of course, patreon.com/TWKreviews for early stuff. And of course, the tip jar, paypal.me/MattyJ316. Donations are optional, but always welcome and appreciated. And Q&A, we might do a Q&A next week if we're allowed to. We'll be more than likely allowed to do so. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, that's the show. We appreciate you for coming on. And once again, we appreciate your patience with the month of short shows. And that's what they were, folks. That's indeed what they were. On behalf of Shintigercurl. Wow! And TWK.
Roman is the head of the table. And if you try to challenge him, he will break your head, apparently.
My name's Matty J. Remind you to help professional wrestling support your independent promotion as soon as possible. We'll talk to you next week with a full show. A show we're allowed to go beyond an hour. Holy shit. When's the last time we did that, huh? Oh, May. That's a thing. Enjoy AEW Dynamite until then. Bye, everybody. Bye. This is a song about Mr. Jake Hager. He's a man who wants championships. He killed the limo with a forklift.